are developing throughout the Sierra Nevadas right now, considering that also that it's leading to flash flood warnings, especially right around the Reno, Carson City, Lake Tahoe region. And there's also a special weather statement located, two of them west of Redding. And also, red flag warnings are in effect. Sorry about that. Especially in northern California. I mean, despite like the rains, still hasn't erased the red flag warnings, considering the lack of humidity. I don't know what good would that do. All right. Now we move on to the Pacific Northwest, where there are red flag warnings in the southern part of Oregon, and dense fog advisories are in effect throughout northwestern Oregon, but on offshore though, especially southwest Washington State, but offshore though as well. And there are also some showers, a few rumbles of thunder throughout various parts of Oregon, but inland though. And there are extreme heat warnings on the north central part of Oregon and central Washington State. And red flag warnings are in effect just east of Seattle. Alright. Now let's take a look at what's going on with the current conditions right now. Now let me set this up for myself. Okay. Alright, you guys are seeing this. So basically, you guys are seeing an area of low pressure offshore from the Gulf of Maine. And winds throughout the northeast, they are moving to the east. Except for Maine, where winds are moving to the north. But right along the lake shores, winds are up to 30 miles an hour. Inland in Pennsylvania, up to 25, up to 20 throughout the New York City area. Maybe a little strong, maybe a little faster in some places throughout Long Island, New Jersey, and all the way down to Maryland. Well, winds are a little calmer in the Chesapeake Bay Area, particularly on the southern part of that region. Take a look at the temperatures. Temperatures in New England, they are in the mid-60s to low 80s. Upstate New York, temperatures are in the mid-60s to mid-70s. Pennsylvania, temperatures are in the mid-60s to mid-70s. Greater New York City area, temperatures are in the upper 70s to mid-80s. In the mid-Atlantic, you have temperatures in Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. They are in the upper 70s to low 80s. West Virginia, temperatures are in the 70s. Let me zoom out and take a look at the south. Hold on a minute, folks. Let me take a quick sip, folks. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so let's see what we got. Let's see, we got the interior parts of the south, like the Mississippi Valley, where you're seeing winds coming from the north, shifting, well, in the Carolinas, it's shifting to the east, but in the south central part of the country, particularly west of the Mississippi, winds are shifting to the west. Winds are stronger, just up to 20 miles an hour throughout the Appalachian Mountains, parts of Tennessee, Oklahoma, and throughout the Panhandle of Texas and southern Texas, but winds may be up to 25 there. Florida, You have winds blowing up to 20 miles an hour, a little lighter in Arkansas and throughout the central Gulf Coast. Could lead to sea breeze though. Let's zoom in. Let's take a look at the Carolinas. We got temperatures, and especially Georgia, temperatures are in the 80s to low 90s. Temperatures in Tennessee, they are in the mid 70s to low 80s. Alabama, Mississippi, temperatures there are in the low 80s to mid 90s. Arkansas, temperatures are in the low 70s to low 80s. Louisiana, temperatures are in the upper 80s to mid 90s. Then we go down to Florida. Florida, you have temperatures are in throughout the entire Sunshine State. They range from the upper 70s to low 90s. Then we move on to Oklahoma and Texas. Temperatures there in Oklahoma, they are in the upper 60s to mid 70s. Then you have the Panhandle of Texas. Temperatures range from 77 in Amarillo to 95 in Odessa and 97 in San Angelo. Western Texas, temperatures are in the upper 80s to mid 90s. Southern part of Texas, temperatures are in the mid 80s to upper 90s. Eastern and northern Texas, temperatures are in the 90s. Now we go to the Midwest. Let's take a look at the Midwest. I get my sleep, folks. Alright, we do have a broad area of high pressure in which it moves clockwise throughout the Great Plains. Winds are stronger in Kansas and Nebraska, but they're shifting winds from the east to the north at up to 25 miles an hour. Throughout the Great Lakes region, winds are up to 30 miles an hour there. The Ohio Valley up to 25, especially in the upper Mississippi Valley. They're actually coming from the northwest, shifting to the east. In the Dakotas, they're somewhat light and variable, though. Let's go to the Ohio Valley. Temperatures in Kentucky, they're in the 70s. Ohio and Indiana, temperatures are in the mid 60s to mid 70s. Illinois, temperatures are in the 70s. Great Lakes region, you have temperatures in Michigan, they range from the mid 50s to low 70s. Wisconsin, they're in the 60s. In the Dakotas and Minnesota, what do we have here? Minnesota, temperatures are in the mid 60s to low 70s. In the Dakotas, temperatures range from the upper 60s to mid 70s. Down along the Missouri River Valley. In Iowa, you have temperatures that are in the upper 60s to low 70s. In Missouri, temperatures are in the 70s. Kansas, temperatures are in the mid 60s to mid 70s. In Nebraska, temperatures are in the low 60s to mid 70s, upper 70s. Let me stretch, folks. Hold on. And let me take a quick sip, folks. Alright. let's start off in the north. Let's start off throughout the west. Well, much of the west, it's light and variable in some places. Strong winds in places like Nevada and southern Idaho, and especially east central Oregon. Winds are blowing up to 30 miles per hour in a few places, especially in the desert southwest. But the desert southwest winds are generally coming from the south, blowing up to 25 to 30 miles per hour there, a little lighter in some places. Plus southern California, blowing winds to the north at up to 20 to 30 miles an hour there. But offshore winds are blowing to the southwest at up to 30 miles an hour, but winds that are blowing onshore, blowing up to 20, moving towards the east, but somewhat light and variable in some places. Yeah, the Pacific Northwest do have light and variable winds, but except for onshore on the coastal part, you got winds that are blowing onshore. In Washington State, they're blowing to the east, Oregon to the south, but up to 20 miles an hour generally, but except for southwestern Oregon and along the beaches, just up to 30 miles an hour there. Let's zoom in. Let's take a look. So temperatures in Montana, they range from the upper 70s to upper 80s. Idaho, you have temperatures that are in the upper 70s to mid 80s. Wyoming, temperatures range from the mid 60s to upper 70s. Then we go down to Colorado, Utah, and Nevada. Temperatures range from 62 in Colorado Springs to 86 in Grand Junction. In Utah, temperatures range from 77 in Logan to 91 in St. George. In Nevada, you have temperatures throughout much of the state. They're in the mid 70s to mid 80s. In the southern part of the state, mid 80s to mid 90s. In the desert southwest, temperatures there vary from 73 in Gallup to 97 in Roswell and Carlsbad. In the northern half of Arizona, you have temperatures range from 66 in Alpine to 84 in Kingman. There's also 66 in Flagstaff. In the southern half of the state, temperatures range from the mid 90s to low hundreds. Let's go to California. See, starting off at the coast, 61 in Eureka, temperatures in the Bay Area of San Francisco. They are in the 80s, 91 in LA, 77 in San Diego, 95 in Indio. Temperatures in the Central Valley, California range from the mid 90s to the mid hundreds. In the Pacific Northwest, what do we have? Well, folks, temperatures in Oregon, they range from 77 in Lakeview to 93 in Medford. In Washington State, temperatures range from 80 in Seattle to 98 in Yakima. Alright, let me do a quick stretch, folks. It is 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Welcome to the stream for those of you just tuning in. My name is Marlon. This is episode 64 of Mushroom City of Minecraft, where we're doing the national weather discussion and mushrooms and the tropical update before we can get to Mushroom City of Minecraft, which is just about 30 minutes from now. Just need to have a quick sip, folks. Hold on. I think I can hear sirens, folks. Hold on a minute.